You know what I'm saying? Like
Brother
people go like,
Shaka,
oh, yeah.
let me say this before I go. You are
Yeah.
one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the
He is one of the
documentation.
most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Soneta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka, 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 Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Soneta love him some Shaka Ma'at forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on mute. Hotep Senuhena Senut Itir and Ishakandugu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. I hope there's no denial. You are happy like the Nile. The title of this live stream is Kameni, Greek word related to hieroglyphic or Coptic question mark. Let me check the sound quality. Sounds good on my end. I'm live streaming on TikTok as well, so sometimes you may hear me speak in French because the majority of the people who follow me so far on TikTok are French speakers. So Donnie Williams is in the place to be, Hotep Seni. So I want to say first of all that I am not claiming that this Greek word is related to hieroglyphic or Coptic. There is a question mark. This is a question. I am not a linguist. I have never claimed to be a linguist. Okay? So, today I came across this article. Many French speakers know TF1 or LCE. If I'm not mistaken, it's the most viewed or biggest. Well, at one point he was stated that it's the largest news channel or the largest. Yes, I think they said it's the largest news channel in Europe. You know, but anyway, so this article talks about volcanoes that you should see at least once in your life. They're talking about 5 volcanoes. Okay. It was published yesterday at 8 a.m. Right now it's going to be 2 a.m. in 10 minutes. I am in France, for those who don't know. So when you go down, the most sacred one, Mount Fuji, Then the most apocalyptic one, Kilauea in Hawaii. The most historical one, now, I'm not sure how you pronounce it in English, but in French it's Vesuve in Italy. And the most surprising, le plus étonnant, Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. And the most mythological one, the Nea Kameni in Greece. So, as I read this, it says, let me read it. So it's located in the caldera of Santorin, and it's a deserted, let's say inhabited, but island of Nea Kameni, and there is a volcano that is in activity that bears the same name. It goes up to 150 meters high. And it says that the crater of Nea Kameni was formed after an eruption, a Minoan eruption of the famous volcano of Santorin around 1600 before our era. Let me make sure that it's sharing well. It is. And it will be the origin of the myth of the Atlantis. Many people talk about the Atlantis like it's something that existed. It's mythological. It's not historical at all. But anyway, going back to the surface, the rock, which was in, I'm not sure how to translate fusion, has later formed the island around the crater between 1570 and 1870. It is therefore one of the islands, one of the most recent islands of the Mediterranean. And then it says Nea Kameni means, if I translate it word for word, it says young burnt. Jeune means young, and brûlé means burnt. And when I read that, I wonder, oh, so let me show you. First, I'm sharing the link to, hey, MF Dredson, it's been a minute, how you doing? He's in a place to be. So you do have the Wikipedia article about Nea Kameni. There it is. Now this is in English on the people's favorite. Etymological Dictionary of Greek. That's volume 1. That's volume 2. And you do have, hold on. It's on my other computer that I'm sharing the PowerPoint. If I'm not mistaken, it says Kaminos. Okay? And we are told furnace for smelting, baking, burning, etc. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but when we go to etymology, it says on the gender, see Schweitzer, 1950, page 34. I looked for this book. You have the full title in the bibliography. The bibliography is on volume 2. This is page, for the record, this is page 631. Once again, of the Etymological Dictionary of Greek by Robert Beeks, PhD. So this is the page of volume 1, but on volume 2 you have the bibliography, and I looked for that book by Schreiser. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I do not speak German, and I could not find it even with my university login. When you are studying at the university, well, at least my university, I have access to a lot of different websites, and I can, get some books, some peer review article, journal articles, and so on. But that book, I couldn't have access to it, so I could not check what this author said. However, right after that reference, it says a technical loan of unknown origin. You know what? I'm gonna plug my mouse on the other computer. Okay. All right. So as you can see, a technical loan of unknown origin. Okay. So for the record, on Bible Hub, you do have an entry for Kamenos, and it does say definition furnace. So everybody can look up that entry 2575. Usage: a furnace, oven, kiln. Word origin: of uncertain origin. We have General History of Africa, Volume 2. Oh, I did not put the page, but if I'm not mistaken, this is page 41. Can double check. It won't take me long. Hold on. Oh, hold on. But I'm just looking for the volume 2. I think it is page 41, but it's good to double check. Yes, it is definitely page 41. I'm gonna add it on the slide, so it's done. Hold on. I have all the pages for all the other entry, but I just forgot for that one. Snap. Okay, I think it should be added now. Yes, it is added. It's added. So we can continue. So Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop, PhD, when he talked about the ancient Egyptians as they saw themselves, he did talk about the I6 glyph, Garden reference I6, the Kem glyph. And he said, it is accordingly, now he's talking about the term Kemet or Kemetiu. It is accordingly written with a hieroglyph representing a length of wood charred at the end and not crocodile scales, because the consensus is to tell us that it represents crocodile scale, or anyway, something to do with the crocodile. Furthermore, he wrote, this word is the etymological origin of the well-known root kamit, which has proliferated in modern anthropological literature. The biblical root kam is probably derived from it, and it has therefore been necessary to distort the facts to enable this root today to mean white in Egyptological terms. Oh, I think it's a new one. Bay and L, peace. So, on Bible Hub, we do have an entry for Ham in Hebrew. It's number 2525, and we are told that Ham means hot. So when Dr. Diop wrote, the biblical root is obviously the Hebrew, and he wrote is probably derived. He did not make an affirmation. Okay. And for the record, I've shown it many times, but this time I have it on a slide. The book by Mark Collier and Bean Manley. Dr. Diop is not the only one saying that it has something to do with charcoal, because as we can see on page 138 of How to Read Egyptian Hieroglyphs, this is not the Gardner reference, but this is the Kem glyph. The Gardner reference is I6, and it says burning charcoal with flames. Ideogram Kem meaning black. For the record, the consensus, once again, for example, on James P. Allen's Middle Egyptian page 483, the I6 glyph, it says here that it's a crocodile scales. Okay. Also, this is what we have for the term Kemet, Egypt, literally black land, and also on Gardner's Egyptian Grammar, third revised edition, on page 475, I6, piece of crocodile skin with spines. On James P. Allen's book, Middle Egyptian, page 464, he recommends several books, including the one called Grammaire raisonnée de l'Égyptien classique by Michel Malaise and Jean Winard. I'm sorry, Winon. I have the TikTok chat on the side. So this is the book here, and on page 714, the I6 glyph, sorry, it says peau à écailles de crocodile. So basically, crocodile scale. Let's put it this way. But you can see that there is a question mark, so it is not an affirmation. Okay. And also, you have to forgive baby girl. She destroyed the front page, but that's the English one, and that's the French one. Claude Obzomer. So you have it's on the same page for both English and French version. So on the English version, I6, it says crocodile hide or bank question mark, so it's not an affirmation. And on the French book, same page, I6 glyph, skin of crocodile, peau de crocodile, and there is also a question mark, so it is not an affirmation. Okay. In the book Ancient Egyptian, a linguistic introduction by Antonio Loprieno, page 56, it says the morpheme N is also used in all stages of the language to express, let me move this TikTok thing, to express the indirect genitive. Earlier Egyptian remech ni kemet, late Egyptian pa remech and kemet. Okay, my live stream has been restricted. Let me contest. Now, where was I? Okay, hold on. TikTok stuff is loading. Shouldn't be long. Okay. So on TikTok, you have people who say, you know, ask people to type all the damn time. Has it been sent or not? Oh yeah, it's been sent. Okay. One more. Okay. So the earlier Egyptian remech ni kemet, late Egyptian pa remech and kemet, and Coptic, you have the the Greek script here, or / Coptic script, you know, mainly is Greek, but you know, there's a few letters, you know, besides a few letters. I forgot if it's, you know, 8 or 9 or 7, I forgot. The Egyptian man, the man of Egypt. So I can go back to my other computer. For the record, on the people's favorite Wikipedia, the entry for the Greek alphabet, you have the link in the chat. First sentence. It says, Greek alphabet. The Greek alphabet has been used to write the Greek language since the late 9th or early 8th century BC. No, not first sentence, second sentence. It is derived from the earlier Phoenician alphabet. Now, when we click on Phoenician alphabet, sharing the link in the chat. There it is. It says, The Phoenician alphabet is an Abjad consonantal alphabet used across the Mediterranean civilization of Phoenicia for most of the first millennium BC. It was the first alphabet ever developed and attested in Canaanite and Aramaic inscriptions found across the Mediterranean region. In the history of writing systems, the Phoenician script also marked the first to have a fixed writing direction, while previous systems were multi-directional. Phoenician was written horizontally from right to left. It developed directly from the Proto-Sinaitic script used during the Late Bronze Age, which was derived in turn from Egyptian hieroglyphs. And that's something. So even the people's favorite is saying what I have shared many times in my article entitled Medu Neter, Origin of the Greek and Latin Alphabet. And here's the link. And you know how to rely on yours truly. Some PhDs have dealt with that. Now, first, we do have Anthony Brother's book, Nile Valley Contributions to Civilization, page 170 and 171. Then we do have a linguist called Stephen Roger Fisher in his book A History of Writing, page 48, and he shows us this chart with the Egyptian, the Proto-Sinaitic, the Phoenician, the early Greek, the Greek and the Latin. And then we have a professor called Orly Goldwasser who received an award for her article called How the Alphabet Was Born from Hieroglyphs. She's a professor at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, and she's head of the Department of Egyptology, Ancient Near Eastern Languages and Cultures. And you can see her chart also showing the hieroglyphic, the Proto-Sinaitic, the Phoenician and Paleo-Hebrew, early Greek, Greek and Latin. When we look at Coptic identity on the people's favorite, you have the link here in the chat. When we go to the part that says Copts as Egyptians, it says here, in their own Coptic language, which represents the final stage of the Egyptian language, the Copts refer to themselves as Rem en Keme, which is the Sahidic dialect. Then we have Lem en Kemi, which is the Fayumic dialect, and we have Rem en Kemi, which is the Bohairic dialect, which literally means people of Egypt or Egyptians. CF Egyptian Remech en Kemet. And I don't know if you remember what Loprieno wrote, but you can go back in your own time. And the Dematic Remet en Kemi. What's for sure is that we have some Greek words that derive from the Medu Neter, and this time I did not put any question mark. Here's the link in the chat. JTV is in the place to be. So you do have the link here. And that video was made a year ago. Look at the date. August 13, 2023. Definitely a year ago. But I also have an article on my website where you can quickly see which Medu Neter or hieroglyphic words derive, which Greek words derive from the Medu Neter. Here's the link in the chat. Those words are boat, Ibani, ibis, natron, oasis, Susan, the given name, and also wine. So whenever you have time, you can feel free. You know, I always give references. Okay. Oh, look, St. Andrews University. Remember just what, a week ago or so, there was a mistake, and the PhD did thank me. These scholars, they don't let their ego get in the way. It's about facts. It's about scholarship. So that's what I wanted to share for today. If somebody wants to say what's up, feel free. Otherwise, I'll call it a day. Let me share the link if somebody wants to say what's up. Here it is. You must use a webcam, however. I don't even know if my live stream is still going on TikTok. I think something went wrong and they couldn't even see the page, but anyway. Now for those who are on TikTok, when I go live, just make sure that you go on my main channel, which is Ma'at Forever. And let me share in the chat that video called Kemet and Ma'at, which has over 400,000 views. It's less than an hour long, so feel free to watch it in your own time. So let me make my closing remarks. It's been a good half an hour. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do it to do nature. Hotel.
Here's Brother Chris. So feel free to make your closing remarks, brother.
Hey, once again, Brother Shaka, thanks for coming on. I've been a fan since I first saw you, man. What was the video called?
White Semites Black Awakening.
That's right, White Semites Black Awakening. Still, it has not been debunked. It actually, when I think I saw that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I saw your videos 3 years ago. It really made me step up my scholarship and begin to read. I'll be taking me a trip next year into Kemet to see everything for myself, besides studying it. One of the things that's very exciting about your videos is you're actually in there teaching. You're actually showing.
All right, peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another Sarnetta TV House of Consciousness production. You already know what it is. This is your brother Sarnetta. I am your host, and I'm bringing in another heavy hitter. You brothers and sisters better be ready. When we build this wall, this Kemetic wall, oh my God, ain't nothing stopping. We bringing in another young brother. He's a scholar. You one leave, 5 more come in. Reggie leave, 5 more come in. You know what I'm saying? Garfield leaves and turn his back on Kemet, 10 more come in. We already got Chris Harris. We bringing in another brother who is awesome, who is powerful. I would say I don't know, between him and Jabari, I would say they probably right here until I see the brother's work and ethic, and if he can handle the ring, getting in, or the battlefield, or whatever, anybody that come at him, if he can deal with that pressure, I think he can, because he's Kemet. And so without any further ado, I bring to you my brother, Shaka, in the building. What's up, Shaka? He runs the channel of Ma'at Forever. So if y'all are aware of that, make sure you go and subscribe to Ma'at Forever channel. Go over there and show some love for our brother. Peace and black power to you. Hotep. Shaka, what's happening, man? Unmute yourself.
Hotep Sen-E Sanera,
Yeah.
thank you for the invitation. I just want to greet the people as I usually do. Hotep Senu, Hena Senut, Iti, Ren Isha Kandugu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. Bonjour, Sak Passe, Mbote, all that good stuff.
Damn, don't
Habari
y'all hear
gani?
that? Don't that sound beautiful to your ears, man, right there? Just to hear him go in on that. I know he dealing with knowledge, man.
Ne
Napaf,
pas.
yeah.
Sak Passe qui j'en ouye.
Ça passait? Que j'en ai?
Moins bien, moins bien.
All right.
Et
D'accord.
vous-même? Et
D'accord.
vous-même?
Mon ami, I want to tell you thank you. I saw you a while ago. And I saw you last year and I told Sonnetter. I think he was just so overwhelmed, but I was like, there's this brother. He speaks French. He goes in on the metanetter. So I did mention you, but I'm glad to get
Yes,
on here
I
and ask you.
remember. Yeah, I do remember.
Right. So
But what y'all failed to do, knowing what this platform is about, you failed to bring scholarship. You failed to bring your sources. And this is why I have to give it to my brother Shaka. He held it down. He kept asking you, where's your source? All you doing is talking.
A lot of comments, 100 comments.
Yeah, we live right now, man. Great
Oh,
interview yesterday, man. You made a lot of people cry. A lot of people got mad at me. I called my brother Garfield up twice. He ain't pick up the phone. I was like, damn, bro. I texted him. I said, Garfield, pick up the damn phone. Brother, it's all right, man. My brother
Because
ain't pick up, man.
Abju, DF, Peret Heru, Ka, Aped, Menechet, and
Yes,
Alabaster, and
right?
yes, indeed.
Right, and then it's the
Incense,
hash, right? Natural hash.
Merhet, oil.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you are competent, right?
But yeah, Imaki Her Nebethet.
Yeah. So that's why listen, man. That's why I'm on your show, and that's why I'm talking to you. So then we go on and Netcher, and then we got Nkain, right? The Ka
For the
of,
Ka of, yes.
right? The Amaki,
Senusret.
yeah, Useret.
That the Greeks called Sesostris.
That's
And
right.
then we have
Useret.
Aheru, justified or true of voice.
So you're a priest. You more priest than them.
But in
I appreciate the class. The metanetric class is awesome. Thank you very much. You're a heck of a teacher, man. When we're in class, man, it's a lot of fun, and you have a lot of information to share, and you teach very, very well. And that's coming from someone who hadn't been in school for years, and taking for what you do, man, and for that time that we have is amazing. So, and thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Dua Sen, thank you very much. Well,
Yes,
brothers
sir.
and sisters, if anybody want to take some lecture classes, I have one of the most affordable fee. It's basically $10 an hour. So you have the email address here. Yes,
Get a
Tiffany,
lot
brother?
of information for that hour. You really, really do get a lot of information. You get text for each class, man. You get transcripts so you can study in on your own time. Come back with questions, things like that. And just and if we need to slow it down, we'll slow it down, and they allow me to ask as many questions as I need. And he's a really, really excellent teacher, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Fact that I have a reference, the stuff that you've given me, like the flashcards and everything, that I have, and I keep them, and they're mine. I can go over them whenever, and then to look at the meta nature and to know that even still, I can pick out a good bit of them now, and get a context of what's being said, even if I don't know some of the glyphs or whatever, that I've come a long way. I never would have thought I would ever learn the Meta Nature. I never knew I would find out it was named that's what it was called. I would have been going around, semi-informed, semi-ignorant, calling it hieroglyphics still. And then also, people should support if they don't want to take the classes. Maybe they're busier than I am, but I mean, just support it. Like you said, just make donations when they come on, and the whole fact that you've done so much research into like the origins of things.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Meta Nature classes, and here, that's the flyer. Okay, so those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool, but I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Ma'at before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.